And we are live on Black Power Radio Monday night edition, hosted by Sheikh Imam Akbar, Salute General, reporting in from Washington, D.C. We got a action-packed report for you all tonight. Go ahead, Sheikh Imam, you got the floor.
Well, thank you again, comrade and sister Janae Nzinga, and in general of all the forces rolling across the broadness of our immediate universe. We thank you again for joining us here at Black Power Radio TV News. We have the most informative radio TV news in the universe, and we are thankful that you decided to tune in to Black Power Radio TV News. You could have, of course, gone to the golf tournament out in Augusta tonight and joined Tiger Woods and others. That was a great chance. You could have gone to your nephew's bar mitzvah tonight. Mm. Could have went on down to Richmond, Virginia, got with the Arthur Ashe Venus and Serena Club and played tennis until the break of dawn. Could have went on to soccer mom practice tonight. And there's probably another list that you would choose to do, but instead you joined us here at Black Power Radio. I want to welcome you to Black Power Radio TV News. Host Sheikh Imam Akbar Abdullah Kareem, one of the black activists um, working for our own politics at this hour and for Black Power and for Black Revolution as the only solution that will help us out of the miserable conditions that we find us. But nevertheless, we uh, rise above it all, or we're destined to drown in our own bullshit. And where the bullshit ends, that's where your black revolution begins. We hope that you are, again, focused on the issues at hand and really taking a deep, broad look at, um, they say they're influencing the weather conditions and targeting us. I mean, people, that's what they say. I have no knowledge or insightfulness on it, only to inform you that every joke they play, we're at the butt end of the joke, and we end up getting the shitty end of the dick. And they put it to us with no grease and keep it moving. And I tend to look at things as they actually are. I had a pair of rose-colored glasses, and I turned them in to the Salvation Army, and I'm so damn glad they didn't give them back. So we are in the realism and seeing things as they actually are. You're again live on Black Power Radio. I want to talk a little bit tonight about the upcoming event in Washington, D.C. on October 26th. We'll be at the Union Temple Baptist Church, Southeast Washington, D.C. Without any hesitation, you could come meet and greet the Black nation on issues of the crises and the conspiracy to destroy Black D.C., Chocolate City, and anything else remotely related to being melanated Black and in the Mid-Atlantic region. A regional outreach for leadership, a regional outreach for uh, political leadership, and to our sports and entertainment community. They're all welcome to the crises and the conspiracy to destroy Black DC, Chocolate City, anything else remotely resembling us. The opposition was always out to destroy anything and to erase the African, Al-Kibolanian, the presence of Black people was always on the agenda to be destroyed on the list of the things that were disposables, if you will, uh, things that they could either get rid of or eliminate in the elimination group. And so those things have been done traditionally. And we are here, of course, to break with all of the non-productive um, habitations of the past and establish new traditions, new folklore, new mores, new ways of doing socialism, politics, business, sports, and entertainment, and anything that might influence or have an effect on human life on this earth. We are the people who have been denied, often tried, but never denied. Justice has been delayed, but justice delayed does not mean justice denied. We must see the cup that is half full and rising. And if we don't drink from the loving cup that is half full and rising, then we are victims of making bad decisions. And we hope that we will make better decisions in the future. With that said, we are again live on Black Power Radio. And let's see, I'll give my kickback for the updates from the region, from Florida to D.C. Uh, our beloved anchor and just hosting everything that she does. We have Queen Janae that's on the scene, giving it up, and we'd like to hear some of the updates that are from Florida to D.C. I know some in South Carolina, North Carolina, some in Florida, some in Atlanta,
Mhm.
and some in Richmond to D.C. and Baltimore. Thank you again, Queen Janae, for opening a great show, a great opportunity to get information to we the people. Thank you, and assalamu alaikum and Black Power.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam to love the car.
All right. Thank you for that
Thank you, thank you.
introduction, Shaky Ma'am Akbar. We're waiting on the rest of them to come in. But just the information on the ground so far, we got Hurricane Milton, I believe the name of it. Is that the name of it? It's a category 5 now. It should be
Mhm.
crossing over. Um,
Yeah, one out of five storms out here.
yeah, 1 out of 5, y'all. This is not the last, and it won't be the first. So the southeast coast is getting hit with these category 5 hurricanes. These hurricanes are man-made. Do y'all hear us? They are geo-engineered hurricanes to eliminate as many people as possible. They want your land. They want your resources. They want your minerals. We do know that the God is your gold, your oil, and your diamonds. Do the research. Do the math. We're not making stuff up. We're giving y'all real live information on the ground from the people. We are the people. They are attacking the people. They want your land. They want your minerals. They want your resources. Y'all not paying attention to the money. BRICS is not a part. The United States is not a part of BRICS. BRICS is who? BRICS is Britain, Russia, India, and China. Your USDA money don't even work over there no more. They won't even accept it. Okay. So in retaliation, this is what they're doing. They're destroying this country. They're tearing it down. They're tearing down our banking system. If you don't have some money on reserve or some gold or some silver or something like that, you in trouble. When them cards don't work and the power go out, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? We speaking realistic facts right now. We ain't making it up. And I have to keep reiterating that because we've been out here on this Black Power Road for a long time trying to warn people to organize, train, and prepare. Organize, train, and prepare for the worst for the times like this. Stacking groceries is good, but what's good if the power go out and you lose everything in your refrigerator? You don't have no canned goods. You don't have nothing stored up, no dry goods. You got to run the McDonald's. But if McDonald's power don't work, what you gonna do? Where you gonna go? We are preparing a place. We have several places that are being prepared for us in case of emergency. And I think what's going on now constitutes as an emergency for everybody. You just need to pay attention. You need to watch the signs. Stop watching your phone. Look up in the sky. Look for the signs. Look for the signs, y'all. Look for the time. The signs of the time are right now. And it's not to incite panic, it's to be real with you. Let's be real. Let's be realistic. I got family in Florida. I have been diligently trying to get them to come all week since the last hurricane hit to get out from down south. They're coming with 2, 3 more hurricanes after this one. You're not even gonna get to go back and recover what's there. Black power. So what we gonna do? Who you gonna call? You can't call Ghostbusters because guess what? They not coming.
Black Power, Black Power.
They not coming. Ghostbusters not coming. But you know who will come? The Black Panther parties. The Panthers that are on the ground out there. Pansop, brother AJ, and his crew is out there on the ground diligently searching for people, getting turned around from Henderson, North Carolina, and the places that they have condemned to. You can't come up here no more. It's not your land. It belongs to the government. All those reports are coming in. It's all over Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, everywhere. Reports coming in that they just left those people and they said they're not going to even bury their dead. They're just going to leave them out there. It's a disaster area. We got reports that they opened up the levees like they did in New Orleans, blew the levees up, flooded the people out, took all their land, took all their property. Come on, y'all. Let's wake up. Let's get some real revolution going on. What is the solution to what's happening right now? Building and rebuilding a new, better country away from this oppression, away from this government. Let them have their government. Let them have their votes. Let them have whatever they're doing because they're going to destroy it either way. It's gone. Life as we know it will never be the same. The timeline has changed. The times have changed. The people have changed. These ain't even real people we dealing with now. Come on. Somebody talk black to me. What people you know would sacrifice millions of people? What human being do you know would poison their own families? Dropping chemicals on top of us, poisoning our water. Everything is poison. Dan Wiggleton is a white man that reports on the weather, the geoengineering system. He said there's not one drop of rain that has fallen that's not contaminated. He said your weather is contaminated. They have these machines that they're creating these superstorms on. They have the patents for it. And y'all still think it's a joke and it's a game and this is a natural occurrence. There is nothing natural about a 5-category hurricane hitting the middle of North Carolina and South Carolina. Nothing. Nothing natural about that. Those people were completely sideswiped by what was coming their way. But we had our generals reporting it and tells y'all 4 days before it hit, y'all need to get out of the way. We get that. If you stay connected to the right people, you will get the right information. You will get some real revolution going on. Okay, I've had 3 meetings today, and it's all about progress. It's all about building and rebuilding, and this reset is called Nasara Jisara. The banking system is crumbling. Y'all still think it's business as usual. You getting up, going to work every day. We could end it all if we just stop. Stop going to work. Stop going to school. Stop feeding into this system of white supremacy. One day, if everybody just stop, just don't go to work, don't go to school, don't pay no bills, don't do nothing for one day, all this stuff would turn around. But we so caught up in the matrix. I gotta have, I can't make it, I can't survive. I gotta look better than the next person. I got on nice clothes. What if we all walking around butt naked? The Garden of Eden, everybody was naked, right? We didn't need clothes because we was all the same. What if God strip you from everything you got? Everything you got is gone. What are you going to do? Do you know how to build a shelter? Do you even know how to tie a rope, a string around a tree? I do. Do you know how to build a temporary shelter? Can you survive overnight in the wilderness? Do you know how to dig a hole? Can you build a house or just anything? A shelter. Those skills that we had on this planet when we came here, we lost them all because we all into these phones and technology and things like that. They got 3D houses now where a computer can build you a house. They don't even need you to build the houses no more. And that's a skill, that's a learned skill. Ain't that right, Akbar? They taught you how to pour that concrete and go out there and be a construction worker
That's
and to
right, sister.
use
Teach,
your
teach.
hands and tools and things like that. All of that stuff has been stripped from our youth. That's why these boys is going crazy, killing each other. They not stimulated enough. They don't have vocational schools. They not teaching them nothing at home, and you just gonna stick a phone in there or a tablet in your baby hand and let them raise your kids now. And then you don't want to hold yourself accountable. Where's the love? When have you really genuinely showed a young person that you love them or told them, I love you, young man. I care about what happened to you. Do you got something to eat? You got somewhere to sleep tonight? Come on now. We ain't on this stage by ourselves, is we, Akbar? It seems like it, don't
It does feel like it. I'm not sure if
it?
all our stuff went out or if they received it or what's going on with the
Yeah,
network, but
we on our own night.
we flying
Seems
solo.
like it. So you got to both of us got the flow, but I'm just going with what I know because I'm in these streets every day, helping people every single day. Even if I got to go help myself sometimes, I'm helping people. So we're gonna have to get back to that source of community and helping one another. And you can touch on that. And I'm gonna mute my mic.
The help of God is always near. Those that need the help, if they would merely just reach out and no network, no individual, no family, no nation is any better than its ability to do skillful and effective outreach. And when we reach out to one another in sincerity, the power that started the universe, I believe divine intervention will be in your favor when you sincerely reach out to your brothers and sisters. And when we reach out in the manner of giving them a hand up, a hand out, whatever's necessary to meet the needs of we the people. Because some need a hand up, some needs a hand out. Some needs are met by just talking and a word that you can go in your heart and get and bring it out and give it to the benefit of the fallen humanity. Our humanity has fallen lower than the snake's belly, as they say in the street. And then they look at us and find that we had such a great talent and such a great potential. But potential and talent is nothing if you didn't use it skillfully and effectively against your opposition. You're too busy trying to appease and get in where you can fit in with the opposition, and they're too busy trying to set you up and kill you, but you don't realize it because you're stuck in a mode of trying to sell him a passport that he can say the N word when he wants. He can call you a bunch of B's and H's and shit it and did it and then got away with it. And he set the pace for a greater passports in the future. You set yourself up every time you sell a passport. I feel you set yourself up every time you say Africa, and you should be saying the Alkebulan, the Alkebulanian people should be saying something for dignity and respect and honor in your own social political system, with your own social political values, with your own social political platform that you begin to regulate, that you're in charge, as Malcolm said, of the socialism, of the politics, and the health and medicine education in your own community. And then you have a form of black nationalism, but you ain't quite black yet because you have not overcome the ghost that still chase you down and just like a bloody jawed mudhound, they track you down. The ghosts from plantation slavery, they still affect us in our psychology, in our emotionalism, and in our actions and deeds in the black community demonstrate that we haven't gotten over plantation slavery just yet. But Janae and I, we are born, huh, to end all forms of enslavement, to stop the hypocrisy, to stop the lying and cheating and disgust and mistrust that we have so uh, so stupidly, if there's such a word as stupidly, when Obama so stupidly, but in our act of stupidity, we have done more to each other uh, that many times they say, "Oh, well, you're your own worst enemy." I will never accept a cliche on that level. We are our own worst enemy. You could never be, I don't care what you do to black people. You can go out there and kill sun up to sundown, and you will never match the opposition in doing dirt to us. They have done us dirty. They have robbed us, a total, full, and complete robbery of our names, our language, our religion, our folk ways, our more ways, and all of our ways. We've been stuck up by the opposition, and if we don't take the hard line position to resurrect ourselves, to bring a new form or system of education for our children, the old ways are not working. So we're obligated to bring a new day, because it's a new dawn in America and throughout the world. I bear witness. Is that right? Black Power. Sister Janae and Zing, are you live on Black Power Radio?
Black
Black
Power,
Power.
yeah.
Black
I,
Power. Black Power.
mhm. I'm trying to eat a little bit, but
Oh well, I
definitely.
can go. You can throw up a signal when you finish your meal. So that's what
Mhm.
we have to have is a new direction, a new pattern, a new paradigm. In the interim, when you calling on God for help, and you say you're gonna wait on the Lord, that is the interim that He gives you something to do, but you have to be bright enough to carry out your assignments and do what you have to do as a people. We're too busy over there trying to get in where we fit in with Camilla and Trump and with this one or that one, but not brilliant enough to bring your own brand of politics to the table, your own brand of socialism to the forefront and say, we're here to represent our reparations today. We're here to stop a peculiar brand of police brutality today. We're here to set up a network for emergency response team training so that when that disaster hit, that we have a team that will go out and aid and assist. We'll have the right backpacks, the right knapsack, overnight sacks with the right batteries and the radio and the candlesticks and whatever you need to live on the land. Tell me about your survival. The rat, cat, the dog, and the hog know techniques of survival. And they use them. If you leave here now, you'll still find enough ants, rats, and roaches. When you get to North Carolina, there'll be adequate flies, rats, and roaches. So the power of Almighty God has saturated the earth with certain things. And if you're not brilliant enough to figure out your position after studying the rats and cats, dogs and hogs, chicken, hogs, and cattle, and you're not brilliant enough to know that all of those things I mentioned, your expectation of them is extremely low as far as productivity on this planet. You can get an old dog and train him to fetch a bone and jump through a hoop of fire, but you won't train him to build no high-rise building. You won't train him to build a row of townhouses. It just ain't in him to do it. You've been designed to build society for social development, for community development. But you won't go on your assignment because you had such an interruption in your culture and in your life that you don't see the value system of building society, building a community, because your character is has been so much interruption in your spiritualism, in your diet, your sexuality has all been distorted by the opposition. Oh, I hope someone will bear witness tonight. It's a good night for bearing witness because the things that we don't bear witness to is what will come back to bite you in your behind. Not once or twice, but every single time. I will assure you of that, brother and sister. But again, this is Sheikh Imam Akbar. You're live on Black Power Radio. We're here at Radio, TV News, and giving our views on the news. Not the Zionist Jews' views, but giving our own independent Al-Kibulanian views. You're not accustomed to hearing that word, Adapa, Sisi, and the Al-Kibulan. But if you get accustomed to that, you will be more dignified than you were yesterday without it. You won't incorporate the elements that will bring you freedom, justice, and equality. You incorporate with things that will keep you a goddamn slave. And certainly, Janae and I, Queen Janae, sometimes she Mother Moses like her Aunt Tubman. But she'll tell you quick that we'd have freed a whole lot more if you just knew you was a goddamn slave. Oh my, it's a great day for live black revolution. It's the best day that God has made. But I don't know how far you down into that dinner, Janae, but I know you eating, and I'm just checking on you because, I can blow that horn. I'm not little boy blue, but I can sure rock that
I'm
goddamn
still
mic.
chewing. I'm still
You
chewing.
sure?
Go ahead.
Just enjoy your meal because I'm here. I'm giving them a peace meal in the interim. A few things to think about, a little work to do. We're going to move on up to the Schaumburg in New York on November the 29th, I believe, will be that Friday on Black Friday. We're going to be live in New York, shaking them from the cradle to the grave, shaking them from coast to coast and post to post. Schaumburg has been the center of black liberation in New York, some call it New York City, but nevertheless, it is a spot that they have liberated from time to time. And we're going to be there at the Schaumburg on Black Friday, appealing to you to not spend a dime on hate crime. That means the war that's on us. Don't spend a dime with the opposition on Black Friday this year. Appealing to the melanated nations to unite on the principle of our economics and or boycott our billions. And it doesn't take a lot, brother and sister. Or you say you don't have a whole lot. You have more than what you give yourself credit for. Like we give you more right here on Black Power Radio. We give you more of what you should be listening to radio for. You should be listening for your liberation, listening for your complete exoneration, your full and complete emancipation from all forms of enslavement. You should be freeing yourself from the slave collar. As we got our brother Sharif, our historian, on board, our national minister of socialism, of history, and culture, and everything else that should be refined about the human being, our brother Sharif, he wears a slave collar from time to time. Some call it a punishment collar. They punish you as a slave by putting steel around your neck and putting what appears to be spears on four corners, and then you can't sit down, you can't lay down, you can't stand up straight, you can't sit down straight. All you can think about is the fact that you're on punishment. And you ain't dead yet, but if you wear that collar long enough,
What happened? You went silent on me. All right, so
and,
I got you.
and
I hear you.
yeah, go ahead and rock that from the weather going forward because you know a lot more about those weathers and the emergency response teams, and you
All
can
right.
update them on what's going on.
All right. So
Black
this is
power,
the
black
update.
power, black
Black
power.
Power. Black Power. Milton is now a Category 5 hurricane. Further strengthening expected. Milton keeps powering up this morning with maximum winds now at 160 miles per hour, which it was 175 the last time. This was 6 hours ago. Okay, Milton's final path has narrowed slightly with landfall expected between Cedar Key and Fort Myers. The center of circulation has just shifted back over Tampa, St. Pete, Florida. Latest data says Milton will likely weaken just before coming ashore Wednesday evening, but will still be a major Category 3 with 125 mile per hour max winds. Residents need to focus on the impacts. 5 to 12-foot storm surge along most of Florida's west coast. Forecast indications over 8 feet in the Tampa Bay area where mandatory evacuations are in place. Mandatory. 5 to 12 feet of rain combined with storm surge flooding will add to life-threatening impacts along the coast and many inland locations across the Florida Peninsula and East Coast. Hurricane and tropical storm force winds will extend well inland, okay, and cause widespread damage and power outages. Isolated tornado threats across most of the peninsula tomorrow through Thursday. Although the hurricane may weaken, the storm will increase in size and expanding its impacts across a larger area. It says, please evacuate if told to do so. If this forecast verifies, it would not only be catastrophic, but may take days for the first responders to reach residents who shelter in place. And this is from www.floridadisaster.org/evacuation orders. Okay, so it ain't even really touched down yet the way that it is. That's one report I got. Another one is it said it's absolutely screaming right now. 175 miles per hour wind. Oh, I'm worried about my family. My nephews are there, and it's moving east at 9 miles per hour. And here it is. It's another film. This is from Wicked Storms. Storm Tracker Jesse Post. Storm Tracker Jesse. He says, I get it. The denial is strong and by design. Take these facts as you will. I'm not here to coddle folks that can't grasp the unpopular opinion, and I'm not here to fit in. I'm here to relay and inform, which has literally saved lives. It's always your choice to stick around or leave. Justice, I'm trying to bring you up, but it won't let me. So you're gonna have to sit there. We see you though. Put your comments in the back chat. Um, so if you feel the need to Karen my voluntary page, berate me, cause condescend or any similar nature with your wisdom. Most weather analysts like me have had it with the clueless. You will be removed. Find another page to be a hero on. But in case you didn't know what else is going on, patent list by Geoengineering Watch, United States Patent and Trademark Office. Now we can go down this list, but I'm going to just name some of them, okay? Method of producing rainfall, July the 16th, 1891. So that means they've been doing this for a very long time, geoengineering the weather. Means for producing high potential electrical discharges. Rainmaker, 1913. Protecting from poisonous gas in warfare, 1915. Process and apparatus for causing precipitation by coalesces consists of aqueous particles contained in the atmosphere. That was in 1918. Process and apparatus for procuring and stimulating rainfall, 1918. Process and apparatus for the production of intense artificial clouds, fogs, or mist, 1920. And the list goes on and on. Do I need to keep going on, Brother Akbar, or do they need enough? Because this is a whole list of everything they got. Artificial fog production, smoke
Go
screen,
right ahead with it. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give
smoke
it up.
producing mixture, aerial discharge. This is back from 1949. Method of crystal formation and precipitation, 1950. This is the patent office, y'all. Method of generating silver iodide smoke, 1950, October 24th. Process for controlling weather, 1951. So when we tell y'all that these are man-made storms, y'all still want to rebut? You got a rebuttal for that? Akbar, do I need to keep going?
Man, run it on down, sister. I'm right here with you.
Okay. Method of apparatus for detecting minute crystal forming particles suspended in a gaseous atmosphere. Controllable dispersal device. Control of tropical cyclone formation, 1956. Process for weather control, 1956. Decomposition chamber for monopropylene fuel, reference. That's July 1957. Process for condensation of atmospheric humidity and dissolution of fog, 1958. Long distance communication systems, 1959. Generation of electrical fields, 1959. Method for dispensing natural atmospheric fog and clouds. Okay, that's 1960. Cloud seeding, carbon dioxide bullet, 1960. Atmospheric space charge modification, 1962. Aerial insecticide dusting device, 1962. Chemically produced colored smokes, 1962. Method of artificially influencing the weather, 1962. Okay. So from all this time we talking about, we started out in 1891. Method of producing rainfall. So they have had this information for quite some time. Okay. They've had the ability to control our weather for a very, very long time. Oh, my goodness. And people still not listening. And you still think that this is a normal occurrence. A category 5 hurricane. Okay, I'm going to get you up to speed, though. Let's come up some. Because it's a whole list right here. I can keep going and going and going, but I'm not going to waste my breath trying to tell y'all that this stuff was generated. It says it right here, the patent number for it. I'm going to give it to you. Method of means of weather modification, September 11th, 1984. Patent number 4470544. Look it up. Look it up. August 11th, 1987. HARP, HARP patent, Eastland patent method and apparatus for altering a region in the Earth's atmosphere, ionosphere, and magnetosphere. So they can alter your whole weather wherever they want to. They can make it rain, literally. Okay? Whatever region they decide. Nuclear size explosion without radiation. October 17th, 1989. Come on, y'all. How much more you need to hear
Black
before you
Power.
realize that this is what's happening to us right now? And we're living in these days and times where our own damn government is producing tools to destroy us, but you still going to work. All you gotta do is stop. Stop feeding it this to this monster, this system of I don't even know if it I can't even call it white supremacy no more. Because they're killing their own people. They're killing people.
Yes, they are.
Doesn't matter what they look like, what color they are, they're killing people with this weather modification. This is so long I cannot read all this stuff. Baba New World, come on, you on the stage. Yep. New World, what you got for us? We're reading off all of these patents that the United States government has for weather modification. Okay.
Yes.
Mute your mic if you're not gonna talk. Let's see. You gonna talk? Go ahead, so I can keep reading some more. I'm tired of scrolling. I'm down to the end, all the way up to 2003. 2003. Device for unmanned aerial vehicle to deploy a rainfall catalytic bomb. Okay, and that was May 11, 2003. Method for analyzing effect of hygroscopic seeding material sprayed on the ground aerosol concentration through airborne cloud seeding experiment. That's the chemtrails that they have been throwing on us. The chemtrails had they've been throwing on top of us. It's a patent for it. So go ahead and Baba New World, what you got? Akbar done went to sleep on us.
Well, I'm on, man. I'm sitting there talking to you on mute.
What,
Black Power in the world, Black Power.
what have I got?
I said we
Black
doing
Power,
the
y'all.
weather update. We waiting on the
Black
people
Power,
to come
Black Power.
in.
Hey,
Okay.
hey. Well, the weather is the weather, whether we like it or not. The ancestors have kicked in. Uh, I heard not Cat Williams, I think it was Eddie Griffin. He said most people don't believe in ghosts, but if ghosts was real, the ancestors would come back and kick y'all's ass. Well, it look like they busy doing that, don't it? Anyway, so, so 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 now all we have to do is kick in. So as I said, Black Power, African family. Just want to make sure everybody knows not only that I love you, but how much I love you. So what the hell?
Yeah. We love you too, Papa New World. We had hello. Okay, so this is an update from Brother AJ Frazier too. He said Major Hurricane Milton is a massive Category 5 hurricane. This was 12 hours ago though. And its pressure is already far lower than Hurricane Katrina was at landfall. This was 10-7 at 1700 ET update. It's going to continue its rapid. Who's snoring? Oh Lord, it ain't me.
What's that? What's
Okay.
that? What's
It's going to
that?
continue its landfall, and
uh,
its rapid intensification in both strength and size as it approaches the already flooded Florida Gulf Coast until it gets close and hits some wind shear, but still makes landfall as another deadly Florida major hurricane with the forward moving speed that'll unfortunately be around 10 miles per hour slower than Hurricane Helen was at landfall. Catastrophic flooding is imminent. PANSOC is activated. And you can go to PANSOC, PANSOC.org. Please donate to PANSOC.
right.
Okay. Those guys get out there and they go rescue people. They go save people. They have been turned around in North Carolina. They turned them around. Okay, this is another emergency update.
Why did they turn them around?
Because the FEMA has taken over, and they said they were not allowing anybody else to go up in the mountains to get them people. No, no help. They denied those people help and rescue. I have reports from it. Oh my goodness! So we need to pray for those people in those mountains that are stuck and can't get out. Akbar,
I'm ready to whip you.
mute your mic. Okay.
I never stopped praying.
Right. Okay. It is rapidly intensified. So it's going on and on and on, y'all. It's just we gotta the traffic is backed up on the highway. I wish we could get a better report.
Be assured,
Is you what?
um, from Florida to a place called Roanoke Rapids is at the base of North Carolina, and Virginia, the state line between Virginia and North Carolina. All those surrounding places, Emporia, Virginia, part of Nat Turner's land, and all down
Mm,
into the Henderson with it. They're hanging out, brother. Right there, a couple miles more, Raleigh, Durham with it. Oh, wouldn't too far. Andrew Johnson.
oh my goodness. It looks terrible. What happened? Everybody got kicked off the stage? Lord. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what's happening with the stage, but I'm right here where you are. In that whole region, let's say the whole East Coast from Maine to Florida, just to make it plain, is where the colonizers sought, I guess, the best of the land. The 13 colonies, most of those states are about the East Coast. And those states were settled, taking on land. They stole the land from the original inhabitants were on that land when they got there. They didn't come to a place that was dark and desolate, a place where there was no human progress or civilization. There was life and civilization here long before Columbus got here. A system of graveyards and cemeteries a couple of thousand years before Columbus. But as every time the Euro goes to destroy the Archibald or the native presence on the land and replace it, say, his land. This is where white is really on the moon, claiming everything that ain't nailed down and
And
just going
lying about it
around
after.
with the super god. I'm gonna turn it to New World Warrior, but has a super god complex, I call it. Yeah, Black
Mm-hmm.
Power, my brother. I'm glad to have you on board tonight on Black Power Radio. Black
You
Power.
know I love you, bro. Keep on telling that truth.
Yeah, but I don't have but one gear. It's called fourth
Truth.
gear and overdrive. It's
The
in one gear,
ancestors said,
locked in one
forever
gear.
forward, never backwards. Keep it up.
Forward ever, backwards never.
There you
As the
go.
ancestors preached and left plenty of good teaching on the ground. Marcus Messiah Garvey left plenty of good examples and teaching on the ground. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad left plenty of teaching and good stuff on the ground. Noble Drew Ali left plenty of good stuff on the trail for us. We could put up 1 ounce of whatever these great leaders left, from Harriet Tubman to Nat Turner to Frederick Douglass and uh, Sojourner Truth, and all of them from J.A. Rogers, and all of them
But we
great
could
ones that left
spend a
something.
whole broadcast naming names, but we won't follow none of them.
That's right, George Washington Carver, and Fannie
You
Lou
know it.
Hamer. You could get if you could get the dust off the feet of Fannie Lou Hamer and Frederick Douglass, you could go ahead and build a nation. Like Whitey saw what they were saying. A cracker named Abraham Lincoln heard Frederick Douglass and blew his mind. He was supposed to have been a literate man, Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass was supposed to have been an illiterate man, but he had a greater articulation, a greater command of the language than everybody around him. Because whatever Whitey in the Moon said to Frederick Douglass, he round top and took it on another level. Or he said, well, here's your Constitution. He said, no, that's your Constitution. I have no rights. You got constitutional rights. You have inalienable rights. I have no right that you feel duty bound to protect. Well, here's your Declaration of Independence. That's your independence. Your independence because I'm a goddamn slave. And until all of us are free, I say none of us are free until all of us get free. Black power. Black power. I
Black
yield my
power, it
mic.
was a fact then, it's still a
Black
fact
power.
now. How do we get our people to wake the hell up? And that's what the problem is.
That's
Uh,
right.
Stop choosing to be voluntary amnesia victims and get off of this psycho hypnosis that we've chosen to fall up under because we're like, uh, I want to say children, but it's more like the white man's booty baby, something that crawls out the crack of a white man's frail, flat backside because we don't want to wake up, stand up. We don't want to. And too many people have paid too high of a price for far too damn long for us to be trying to play games in the midst of a genocidal war. Because that's what this is. You ain't going to get but one shot. Make it
We on
count.
our last bullet right now. I
That's
do
right.
believe
But I'm telling you,
last
it
bullet in
ain't
the
over.
chamber.
You can still win in the last quarter, in the last 10 minutes, even. Because the
Mm,
creator, the ancestors, and all the forces of nature, as you see, are on our side. All we have to do is stop BSing. As I tell you all consistently, eventually you're going to get it. You'll probably get it better if a white man gives it to you because we always do better with a good white source. But
right.
the fact of the matter is, when you take BS off the table, liberation occurs. So if you're seriously seeking liberation, cut the BS and it's yours. You
Absolutely.
are the power. You don't just have the power, you are the power. Think about this. How could America be? Well, it's been said that America is the greatest nation in the world. Now, do you understand how they got to be that? It was you. Okay. So if you can make America the greatest nation in the world with a stick on your back, why won't you now do it for your damn self? Minus the stick, of course, because I love you too much to beat you or watch any damn body else beat you. Not on my watch. Never. It's not even something I consider or hesitate about. And this is how we need to become. I told you, our weapons of mass destruction, our weapons in this war should be love and truth. Those are our weapons of mass reconstruction, not
Mm,
mass destruction. That's their job. This battle is not fight against black, not
mm,
even just rich or against poor. It's actually good against evil.
that's,
Choose ye this day whom you will serve. I've heard the lies you told, nigga preachers.
that's
But
right.
now, can you? They call you the honorable, whatever they call you. Let's see if you can keep your damn honor. Where
Okay.
is it? You sold out to the FBI, the faith-based initiative. Now you got our people dealing like street hoes and you they pimp. Well, you sold God out in the process, and there are karmic consequences for that. This is not a game, it's a war. Again, choose ye this day whom you will serve.
Mhm.
Leave a legacy, not a stain.
That's right. All power to the people. And
Black
that's
power.
what it
Is
is.
there
Black
any other
power.
kind?
And it's not black power if you don't use it. And that's all we was trying to say. Get in the know. Get where you can go. Go where you can grow. Go where there's life and love and liberation for true freedom and true liberation. And not just playing. Nobody's selling you no dream. You got to go
There's
get
really
your
nowhere we
dream.
can go. What we need, we must create.
We gotta
COINTELPRO did an
create.
excellent job of erasing everything we had set up back in the 60s and 70s. Because we
Mhm.
wouldn't shut the hell up. We told them what we did. They made sure they erased every last bit of it and took over the breakfast program for themselves and pretended that the Panthers never existed. Now that you understand how the devils operate, you
Mhm.
must understand what we must now do so that we can honor this ankh that we wear. It's the kinetic symbol for eternal life. If you're going to be eternal, you must work today. for your tomorrow. Because we are past, present, and future all at the same damn time. Don't pretend like you one of them trans confusionals. You know what the hell I'm talking about. You don't know what the hell the divine plan is. You know damn well what it is. You either stand up for it, stand on it, or you will die a fool.
Black power. This is black
But
power and black
you don't
truth.
have a friend on the planet. Nobody gives a damn about us. Not even us. Now, once you change that last piece, the world will change almost overnight. Black power.
Black power, black power. And we thank a warrior like New World Warrior for giving those great contributions to broaden our perspective here at Black Power Radio TV News, where we give you more of what you listen and watch radio for. We got our broadcast specialist in the house, Queen Janae Nzinga, who has always been there for us and bringing the Black Revolution, bringing the Black Power, and bringing Black liberation, bringing Black Revolution to all parts of the region and on down into her home in South Carolina and all over the region in Atlanta, Georgia, going on into Tulsa, Oklahoma. Never afraid to hit the trail and take care of business. Is that right, Comrade Janae and
That's
Zinga?
right. And they
Oh, go
never
ahead.
been afraid. We done been
Hmm?
to Tulsa, Oklahoma how many times? 7, 8 times.
About 7 or 8 times to Tulsa,
Driving
bringing.
19 hours one way, y'all.
Mm,
19 hours one way. We drove
oh my.
to for the case
Hmm.
of Queen Mother Pamela Smith. And every
That's right.
time we went, we were faced with the opposition. And we could tell you a story. If you want to hear it, here it go. Look, you want to hear it? Let me tell
Drop it
you,
like it's hot.
look,
Drop it like it's hot.
drop it
Too hot
like
to
it's
hold.
hot. All
It's
right,
Don't
too
be
then
scared to
hot
share
to
that
hold.
history. Tell them
It's
what we
too.
tell them about the price we paid.
the price
That's
we paid, we were infiltrated. First mission out, first time going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. There was an agent sent with us, an agent provocateur. This man did everything he could from putting it on the dog. Tried to say he couldn't leave his dog. We had to wanted somebody to keep the dog. Can you keep the dog at your house? Can you do no? We can't do none of that, sir. We have a mission to be on. We gotta go. Okay, we don't have time for your dog. Get rid of it. We waited for him. We left later than we were supposed to leave. The man got behind the wheel of the car and towed up, deliberately towed up a Mercedes Benz. What is that? Was 750? Was that a 750?
one of them
S
about
class.
five. Yeah.
One, yes. He
4.5,
deliberately
5 points. One of them
one
points.
of them big boy, big body Mercedes Benz. We was driving to Tulsa, Oklahoma in good condition when we left Washington, D.C. He popped the timing belt off of it, revving the engine up back and forth. I'm sitting behind him. Mind you, this is my first time even going that far ever in a car. I done flew a couple places, but I never drove 19 hours. Okay. So I'm like this. I'm Panther to the heart. I'm like, look, I done protected Imam Akbar on the ground all over Washington, D.C. And I'm a little bitty something. I'm only 5'4" and a half. But I'm sitting behind this dude the whole time with my joint on him. Like if he do anything while he in this car, I'ma stick it straight up. Because I didn't trust him from the beginning. I never trusted him. He had a disagreeable spirit. And he was deliberately trying to deter us from getting to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Sabotage.
Yes.
Sabotage. I mean, we had to
Infiltrating.
spend the night in damn, where the hell was we at? Well, somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Oh, and outside of Washington County by Union, Pennsylvania over there.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Redneck country. We got 3 Black Panthers, 2 Black Panthers, and an infiltrator, put it like that. In
Oh
this
yeah, he
all
was certainly
redneck
implant.
town.
Implant. Hmm.
So I'm looking, I said, Akbar, I don't trust this man. I told him straight up. I said, I don't trust him, I don't like him. And if he do anything, when I get behind this wheel, I'm gonna leave his ass. Akbar said, do what you got to do.
And of course, I thought she was joking, y'all. I thought she was playing around with it. Now he
Oh
got the
hell
class.
no.
he did one of them stunt. You know how they are stunt riders and stunt
Whoa.
drivers, and he did two
No,
or three stunts. And when he tried his stunt on that third, when he had strike three,
strike
you can tell
three,
him, woo, tell him what you did
baby.
this. Oh my.
Listen, I left his ass in Ohio somewhere. That's as far as he
Mm,
got.
mm.
He got out the car. I said, I am not going not one more mile with this man in this car. Not one more. I said, he get out, I'm pulling off. Akbar said, hit the road. Do what you
That
gotta
is
do. You driving. And I told him, I said, don't get out this car bullshitting. We done lost the whole day. You feel me? We were
mm,
supposed to have been in Oklahoma that morning for
right.
Queen Mother, and we needed to get there for Queen Mother. We was there. We was going there for a reason. We had a press conference set up. We had to call somebody else to do the press conference for us to get. We had to get them to Oklahoma. First of all, how much money did you had to spend on the road? Who don't? I don't even want to know. But
Mhm.
the make the matter simple is when you are a Black Panther, you do not let nobody create a disturbance on your post or cause a nuisance in or around your post. My post was to make sure my national chief of staff got to Tulsa, Oklahoma safe and sound, no matter what the cost. It ain't about me. It wasn't about my ego. It wasn't about even my safety. I had to make sure my national chairman, you understand me, of the new
It's
Black Panther
about the
Party
mission, baby. It's about the
got
mission.
to his, that's right. It was about the mission. Got to his post on time without interruptions. You cannot come into this movement and do what the hell you want to do and create a nuisance on nobody's post. You know, and I wasn't proud of live. I felt bad, but I knew that I had a job to do. And it was my duty to get my national chairman where he was supposed to be at. And we had to go. But check this out though. This Negro made it back to DC before we got to Tulsa. So who was he?
Well,
How
his
he
actions
get back to
proved it to you, didn't
DC? Okay, how you get back further than we had to go? You understand what I'm saying?
it? Oh, very well.
All right. So somebody had to be following us,
That's right.
which they were. Somebody had to be following us to get him back to DC. He said, I don't even know what I ain't talk. We have not seen this man no more nowhere in DC, not hide, no hair, ever again. No word of this man, nothing.
Are
Okay.
these not clear enough signals for you?
It was like that. I didn't think that, I didn't even really give a shit. I just know that he was a threat. I knew he was a threat to what our mission was. I knew that. I knew
Thank
that with
God you
my women's
spiritually in tune, because
intuition.
many are not aware of our gifts.
Right, exactly. That's why I said my women's intuition, because I had my joint
Hmm.
on him the whole my peace, put it like that, my peace offering on him the
Uh-huh.
whole time I was sitting behind him and he didn't even know it. If he'd have blinked wrong, I'd have shot him in the back of his head. No questions.
I'm so
Yes.
proud of you. I want to clone you.
Okay.
Hey, and she was a courageous soldier then, and still a courageous soldier right now. With her sand car, I'm pushing that sand coat from trying to put it at the top of my
Oh, I
at the
got it.
top of that face, that photo on your face joint, because
Hmm.
that is a phenomenal photo. I'm not in the picture,
You
but
wasn't in
my
none of them.
but
I kept saying, "Where Akbar? You
and
disappeared. You was
and
somewhere
and
talking."
my work and all my people are in all those photos. The people
Yeah.
at my media staff and my support staff, my network, my outreach, my Kibulanian brothers from across the water, and everybody that I
Hmm.
love was in them photos. So I'm posting them photos everywhere I can post them. And
Yes,
this
that was a
is what the
beautiful
result of Queen Nzinga taking charge of her post and all Black Panther property in view and never being afraid of the opposition and then checking them, backing them down, setting them down, and leaving them on the goddamn highway because they were not fit to ride with us. I'm just telling you straight up.
thing.
Was
That's
not
how it
afraid of
went.
them.
Right.
Never
That's
afraid.
what it. Hey, listen, my daddy told me you kick ass and take names later, okay? And if you got to leave, if you got to fight dirty, fight dirty. There ain't no such thing as a fair fight. And I don't
All
think
is
we
fair
would have,
in love
we
and
didn't have
war.
no, we didn't have no fair fight against somebody who was sent to distract us, you know. And
Thank you.
it just made me like realize that this is real. Like we wasn't out there playing Panther. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wasn't playing with these people out here. We was going to do something really serious. And it really meant something to Queen Mother Pam to see us walk through that door and to
You
have those
know it.
Panthers there to support her, you know? And it changed my life, you know. And I tell everybody, I said, Pam, Miss Pam Smith changed my life. Okay, my whole life. I
That's
was
what
not a
sincere struggle will
perfect
do for
person.
you.
That's right. That's what liberation would do for you. Just that's
That's
what
right.
fight. Somebody who refused to give up. She was begging for justice. She still ain't got her just due yet. And God ain't through with her in her story yet. We
Nor
got more
us.
or us, right? But look at how much stuff has come together since then, since we went to the case of Queen Mother Pamela Smith. Y'all wouldn't
That's
have been
right.
able to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma if it wouldn't have been for Pamela Smith, huh? Tell the
See?
truth, Akbar.
Yeah, that's true.
Tell them.
That's
They wouldn't have
absolute
been
truth.
able to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma for that
It
200-year commencement if it had
that's
not
right.
been for Queen Mother Pamela Smith
That's right. Setting it
speaking
up
on
on
their
the ground.
behalf and made them give them that permit that they had to get and still walked on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We
Sure
didn't have
did.
to do
Sure did.
none of that shit. We went right there to the damn courthouse when they was open in the daytime,
That's
right
right.
around. We didn't go on
That's
no
powerful.
weekend. We went through the week when there was people in
Right.
there.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I
Mm-hmm.
said tell the story, because these young folks who know everything and don't know nothing need to know the price that had been paid for them and the people who paid those prices, which is why we can't afford to forget.
That's right. We can't
That's
afford.
right.
We
That's right.
can't leave. We can't afford to leave our women and our children hanging in this
Leave nobody,
society.
taking them all.
We can't afford to keep turning the other cheek, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want. Us women want these men to stand up
That's
and
right.
fight for justice. Stop begging for it. Stop groveling for it. Stop thinking somebody owe you something. Go take it. Go
Two
get it.
things to say about that, sis. Freedom ain't free, and Mavis Staples said, and if you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna give a hoot.
Ain't nobody gonna respect you if you don't respect yourself, and
As
ain't nobody
respect
gonna
is earned, not given,
stop mistreating you if you don't stop letting them. You
thank
letting them
you,
do this to you.
which
You
is
letting them
encouragement for
treat you
your
bad.
enemy.
Right. So, and with that being said, I'm gonna switch gears because we got some stuff coming up, and I gotta get off of here at 10 o'clock.
Black
Okay.
power.
I've been commissioned by the Black Justice Initiative, which is my partner, Sister Imani, who is an attorney. She's going to law school. That's who I was with before I even joined the new Black Panther Party. You remember that, Akbar? Told you that. I
Yes,
was
sir.
already plugged in. We're gonna
Alhamdulillah. That's
host
right.
we're gonna host a meeting, a town hall meeting on November the 16th over at Anacostia Library. The lawyers from UDC, University of the District of Columbia Law Department, is going to host a forum for Justin, the guy that was shot over in Southeast, that was a
Uh-huh.
violence interrupter.
Yes,
Justice for
ma'am.
Justin.
That's right.
You know
And
what I'm
fuck
talking about?
12. And yeah,
Yeah.
we,
Where
yeah.
the police, he was sleeping in the car at the McDonald's parking lot, sleeping with a gun on his lap. The officer woke him up with the pistol in his face. He waved the pistol at his face and they shot him 10 times, killed him dead. He was asleep. He was
Yep.
not a threat. He was asleep. He had been up all night patrolling the damn streets. Okay? So
Yep.
keeping people safe from shit like this. And he ended up losing his life by an officer who is back at work. So we're going to host a town hall meeting with UDC law students on November the 16th. We're going to be at Anacostia Library. I'll get the details to you, but we need Panthers on the ground. We need to support this movement, and we need to support our community in Washington, D.C. more. We need to be more present in the things that are going on around here, because that's why you up against so much opposition. They don't see you till something bad happens. What about when
Right.
things are going good? When we got an open line of communication with the community? You understand? So we need to support that. She just called me today about it, and it just dawned on me that I need to send her some information. But that's one thing we got going on in November,
Yes, ma'am.
along with the warrior training camp. So those of you who want to go to the warrior training camp, you need to get with Chief Crazy Horse. He done begged y'all to get on these calls. We had a call tonight, 7 o'clock tonight. We had another call. They've been on the land down there in Georgia, where we're going to be training at, fixing the land and clearing off the trees and grading everything. We have the option of the Airbnb, and you also have the option to camp on the land. I wouldn't mind camping on the land because they got an hour drive from the Airbnb to the campsite. So
Black Power.
okay, I now they need the money. If you're gonna stay in the Airbnb, you got to come up with your $200. So right now, I think it's $220 or something like that. That they
Yeah.
still waiting on for everybody who's gonna be staying at the Airbnb. It's first come, first serve. You got to be there by once you pay your money and everything. If you're going to stay at the house, you'll get the information and the address, but you need to send the money to Chief Crazy Horse. Okay, Black Power.
Black Power.
All
Black
right,
Power.
that's much
And
information I can give out about that, but because ain't no addresses
Black power.
being given, but he waiting to hear from you, you guys,
right.
um, and also that's in November. That's around Thanksgiving or whatever. We don't do Thanksgiving. We do Gemini May.
Things
So
taken because ain't nobody gave you a damn thing but hell.
right, right, exactly. So we don't do Thanksgiving. So don't use that as no excuse. Some of y'all can't eat with your family no way, like me. I can't eat. Okay, so don't use that as no excuse. The training camp is gonna be all in. If you're coming, you're gonna get boots on the ground. He said, "Come laced up and ready to work. You ain't on vacation." That's one thing they are stressing, and that goes for everybody. You know, you coming to work out, do your PT training, great. Get the land together. I think they got some gardening going on, and they trying to build like a shelter or a shed or something out there as well on the
Excellent.
land to store the gear and everything. So we got that going on. What you got in October, Akbar? What's the date on
Well,
the conference y'all
the,
having?
the conference is October 26th on a Saturday all day. Workshops
Mm-hmm.
from around the country, and you can certainly get in and build with them in the workshops, various workshops. That's
Mm-hmm.
October the 26th, and you already know.
And that's gonna
Mhm.
be where it.
Union Temple Baptist Church is, uh, I want to say 14, 15, 16th and W Street Southeast. The
Yeah,
landmark is the big chair. If you can find the big chair, then you're literally at the Union Temple Baptist Church.
that's
And the
right.
reason we go there because he has helped us through the years. He said, the only way I want to help you out, but whatever you're trying to do, is that they had put me 6 foot under. That's what he said. We are friends for life is the point that he was conveying, to get the
Mm-hmm.
help to those that need it, and help those on the front line, but go in the low trenches and help those brothers and sisters. Bring some real help to the table so that our people can feel a little something. We're reaching
That's
out to
right.
Yasin over in Knoxville to come back and help people in North Carolina. Reaching out to AJ in Atlanta to come back and help North and South Carolina. So there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot that's on the plate of the Panther this hour until we free everybody or get everybody safe and secure. Ain't nobody free, safe, and secure until all of us are free, safe and secure. As I yield my
I
mic out
shake.
to the mighty warrior. Black Power?
Black
Black
Power. Black
power.
Black Power.
Power. Black
Mhm.
Power. And Brother New World, what you got? You got any dates coming up? Anything going on in New York?
I roll with the family, baby, and take orders like a champ. uh,
Okay.
just want to mention the documentary I'd like to do, but like I said, without that equipment and somebody managing that system for me, that's on the back burner. But I do want us to consider the mistreatment of black veterans then and now who have been messed on for far too long by this damn country. Because as I said, we consistently fight for freedom that we don't have at home, and it's way overdue that we got our just due. And we should not turn our heads because I guarantee you, once we get justice for all uh, melanated veterans, our world can and will change for the better because every family in this country is attached to a black veteran one way or another. And since we've already paid for the freedom, I think we need to go ahead and collect.
Black Power.
That's all I'm saying. Stop playing like we got amnesia because if you don't respect you, ain't nobody else gonna respect you. So it's about time we made them do it. If you can go and put your life on the line to fight for some freedom you didn't have before you left, it's about time you began to risk your life for the sake of the justice that has been denied us for far too long. Because we paid for it already. Now all we have to do is stand up and collect it. It's a damn shame you have to go overseas to fight for what you didn't have at home. Now that you're back home, let's do the real fight. Like the young child in Vietnam told me, he said, brother, why you fighting me? I'm not your enemy. In America, they call you nigger, make you ride the back of the bus. I even hear they enslave your people for 400 years. Brother, you won't fight for freedom. You go home and fight. Never heard the truth so strong, it shut my whole spirit down.
Okay.
And that's what we need to be aware of. This is where we have to do our toughest fighting. And it's a damn shame that America is showing you their true colors. Many of them lie and say they don't see our color. Well, let's put it this way. If you're stupid enough to believe them when they say they don't see color, they didn't have a problem with seeing your color when they wanted slavery, did they?
No.
Now all of a sudden they done turned into Stevie Wonder. Nigga, please. So anyway, let's get real with ourselves because when you're in a world where you're consistently being lied to, it is not wise for you to turn around and then begin lying to yourself. So all I'm asking us to live based on love and truth. Those are our weapons of mass reconstruction. And don't get it twisted. When I talk about love and truth, I ain't talking about loving your damn enemy. I'm talking about learn to love your damn self for a change. That's never been tried before. But I guarantee you, once you get that mastered, this thing is going to become real simple. Black power.
Black Power. And you right about that. It's all about love and self love. We gotta love
That's
Black
right.
ourselves
Power,
more than
General.
we've been taught to
Black
hate
Power.
each other. They taught you how to hate each other. These people
And we
literally
mastered it.
hate each other out here. They literally fucking hate each other. And we can say
Yeah, we
that
got
for
it down to a
fact.
fine science. If a nigga say I hate you, they mean it. If they say I
They
love
mean
you,
it.
that's questionable.
That's questionable. Right. You gotta
Yeah, I'm
question
telling you.
everything.
I
We
always say, if you love me,
definitely
you love me like a white man loves slavery.
mm-hmm.
And they do love slavery, believe me. That's what MAGA is about.
Right.
So if you don't know, now you know.
Definitely.
They
So
brought
we're
the
gonna
immigrants in because they're trying to increase the white population to kill us.
right, definitely. So let me give y'all this other update
Come
from
on with it.
Empress Chi and the Million Woman World Marching Movement. They have an event going on in Philadelphia coming up. Um, where is Empress Chi? Okay, now, okay, they have a meet and greet. It says the new Black Philly community and Warrior Queens are now official and taking their rightful places. The stars are coming together to reclaim, strengthen, and advance our community. It says join us for a meet and greet with some of our new Woman World March Philly community and Warrior Queens at our Black Women in Business Forum and formation and introduction of the National Black Manufacturers, Producers, and Merchandise Collective. That is Sunday, October the 13th, 2024, from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Nile Cafe at 6008 Germantown Avenue in Philadelphia. Admission is free and it would also be on Zoom. It's time to be in the black. All right, I love that. And she's got something else. The National Million Woman March 27-year anniversary commemoration ad deadline for the next edition of National Black Unity newspaper is October the 11th, 2024. Says please support the Million Woman World Universal Movement's Nexus, the groundbreaking steps program and special projects by placing your ad today. Check out the TNBU in the National Black Unity News. That's TNBUN.com. Okay, the National Black Unity News. Release date is estimated to be on or around October the 25th this year, 2024. National Million Woman World Press Conference will take place in Philly and DC to announce the plans for official Million Woman World March 2025 USA and Africa, mass assemblies, and launching of the national campaigns for the elimination of all forms of violence and abuse of Black women and girls, and the annual recognition holiday for Black women. For more information, email National Million Woman World March at AOL.com. That's National MWM at AOL.com. Okay. And that's that update from the Million Woman World March. So it's a lot of information out there, and if you want it, you can get it. What happened in the world? You got dropped from the
I'm
phone.
here.
You heard us though? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Every bit of it.
Okay. Well, that's good. So
And
we
agree.
go. Yeah. So we need to support the Million Woman World March and Universal Movements as well. We still support them here in Washington D.C. Boots still on the ground. We just wait for instructions. You know what we need to be doing. What kind of support we can give and aid to here in D.C. So, with that being said, Sheikh Akbar.
Yes, go
Well,
right
what I
ahead,
like to
sister.
say in addition to what you
Black
just
Power.
said is to you
Okay,
men who have women, don't send your woman, bring your woman, cause
that's
she's
right.
worth it.
That's right. Bring your woman because she is worth it to the Million
That's
Woman
right.
World Marching Universal Movement, and allow her the space to grow and learn what the Million Woman World Marching Movements was really about, because that is a part of our history that they literally left out of the history book.
That's
Literally,
right.
you know.
No
I wish
question.
I had known about it back then, but I didn't even know till it was
We
over.
we we've co-signed global white supremacy and COINTEL's project, which was to destroy the black family. They told the
Mhm.
community that they wanted to get rid of black troublemakers. We had no idea what that really meant. So we
Right.
co-signed destruction of the black family, which is why we have the problems that we have on such a massive scale to this very day. So the goal is to take our families back by any means necessary.
That's right. Black power.
Black power. Now that is black power because black love is revolutionary. Thanks to y'all, we kicking that ass. Keep it up.
All
Black
right.
Power. And
Black
then
power.
restoring, that's the thing, is restoring the black man, restoring the black woman to our throne of authority and to rule over our land, to live a decent life on the land. That's what far too many of us have been robbed of opportunities to live a good life on the land. So the Black Panther education teaches how to live on the land and how to be productive wherever we are. But we can provide for ourselves our own food, clothing, shelter, transportation, technology, all of the things that operate human life on this earth. We've been often denied, but I mean, often tried, but never denied. And justice denied or delayed is not justice denied. Justice delayed is not justice denied. And we must stand and fight for justice for all of those that have come throughout all of the turmoil and the families that have been robbed of their loved ones in the person of Trayvon Martin, in the person of Eric Garner in New York, and Michael Brown in Ferguson in Missouri, all of those that have come from Stefan to Trayvon, Stefan in Oakland, California. And the system had some policy uh, that we don't deserve due process for our sons and daughters when we are met with an atrocity and met with a fatality at the hands of law enforcement in America, then Donald the Duck Trump and others will not prosecute the case on a police officer. Kamala Harris will go after blacks, but won't go after the opposition. So we look at these things as we build our own structure for socialism and politics on our own, and seeking the independence and demanding justice on the ground for our people. And the police chief we confronted in Raleigh, Durham, on the hanging of a black man, Gary Kilmer, was hung in Raleigh, Durham. Here's Javion, is just now hung in Henderson, that same region. Black men are frequently coming up hung by the neck until dead. And that same police chief was in Durham and Raleigh, is now going on from there to Atlanta, going on from there to Memphis, and come up and they kill, uh, was it Tyree Nichols? Is that right? They murdered, executed him, beat him to death, restrained him, and tasered him to death. And the police chief said, in a bragging manner, that this is my hand-picked squad. These scorpions are a killer squad that turned loose in the black neighborhood. And she said, these are my hand-picked. These are my best soldiers, my protectional list. My protection squad is in the hands of the scorpion. And they took the life of our brother. So we want to reinvestigate those cases. We want to clean house in those townships. And we're cleaning house in South Carolina, cleaning house in Spartanburg, cleaning house in Gaffney, South Carolina, and changing the face of leadership. Black power.
Black power. Wherever there's evil against our people, we want to show our face and clean up the place. And that's our responsibility as responsible African people who love African people globally. I was listening to what you were saying about the sheriff changing locations. Sound like they took a page out of the Catholic Church's handbook. You know, they changed these pedophile priest from state to state, sent them to a special island to cool out, and then put them back on their mission, destroying our children's innocence. So it looks like the sheriff's now doing the same thing. So that's what we have to begin to do. Pay attention to the evils that have been practiced against us with consistency and shut all of that foolishness down. If we want a better world, I suggest we get busy creating one. Otherwise, shut the hell up and enjoy the misery, because that's all you got. That's all you got coming. Because of the fact that we spend so much time sleeping at the wheel, they enjoy treating us like something inhuman. They've reduced us to nothing but their play toys and sycophants to just enjoy themselves with globally. And that will never change because, as I've always said to you, uh, bullies don't stop. They must be stopped. It's kind of like what happened with A. Philip Randolph when Roosevelt brought him to the White House. A. Philip Randolph told the president what he asked. He said, well, explain the problems in the black community. And he explained them explicitly and clearly as well as thoroughly. When he finished, the president said to him, well, you're right. Now go back to your community and make me do it. And that's what we have to keep in mind to this very day. What you want, you have to know what the hell it is consistently or concisely and clearly relative to all of us collectively and make them do it. Black power.
And that is Black Power right there. And this concludes this episode of Black Power Radio. show tonight. I want to give y'all one more update from that I had to mute because I got another call. We really got to pay attention to what's going on with Milton. It's beating down Florida right now. This this storm is now, where is it? Oh my goodness. It's really bad, y'all. You need to
That's
pray
called
for
karmic justice. You can't do evil in the world and just walk away hands free. Karma knows everybody's address. You ain't that damn slick.
it. Okay. It is a category 5 right now. Oh my goodness. Where is that? Say
That's karmic justice in
meteorologists
real
are
time.
literally crying, telling people to take the hurricane serious. The meteorologist I just saw, what happened to it? I lost it. When I hung the phone up, I lost it. Okay, it's done reached. It says, this from Brother AJ Frazier 3 hours ago. He said Hurricane Milton is likely to become only the fourth hurricane ever to reach sub 900 millibars inside of the Gulf of Mexico in recorded history since
Mm-hmm.
1851, or for the past 173 years. The lower the pressure, the more energy the storm has primarily calculated via size and wind speed. Take this storm seriously. This is going to be a once in a generation hurricane. Okay, so it's really bad.
It's
Pray for
called
Florida,
it's called
y'all.
karmic justice.
Yep, it's time to go home. Right, it's really, really, really time for people to wake up,
It's
and
been time.
it's been past
Question is
time.
when we decide to do it and then follow through with it.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Listen to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backwards thinking. Time for thinking ahead. And Gil Scott Heron said it's winter in America. Black
It's
power.
time to wake up. So we're gonna
Been
get.
time.
I need to check on my family down in Florida. I'm worried about my family now, for real.
Please do. Tell
I
them we love
haven't
them
heard
too.
from them. I haven't heard from none of them, and they live in Miami. So I don't know if it was, if they evacuate the whole state of Florida pretty much. So we'll see what's going on. But I want to end this Black Power Radio show with just a prayer for our family and friends in Florida, in the Gulf Coast, and surrounding counties and cities, that they sustain minimal damage. We know it's going to be some damage, but let it be a minimal. Let them be able to recover and go home to something. And that's the best thing. And they leave. Hope they get out with their lives. Let's hope they get out with their lives. Black Power,
Black
Black Power.
power.
Black
Black
Power.
Power. As you
All
saw the
right.
township, I think was a Chimney Rock that was
Mm-hmm.
destroyed, and I think that they're just directing things a certain way to happen a certain
Mm-hmm.
way to take the goods and the spoils of war from the land. You see, that which is left over, they take it like Bush and them went up in them twin towers and went in the palaces of Saddam and took the wealth after they took control of the land, and they take the wealth and
Mm-hmm.
squander the wealth and all that stuff is off reparations, but they do a drive-by on us.
That's
But
right.
on that
Murder the
right,
leaders and destabilize the government. Leave the people in ruin.
that's their pattern, sir. You certainly got them pegged right, big warrior. And we just want to say that prayer in uh, conjunction and in unison with our beloved Queen Mother Janae and Zinga and big warrior that acts the divine power that originated the heavens and the earth, the divine power that created us to work in favor of our people at this hour, to intervene on our affairs and be there to facilitate the needs of black people. And we ask Almighty God to bless us and grant us the blessing of faith. And we ask Almighty God to bestow upon us a victory over a disbelieving people. And let every heart say, Amen. I mean,
I
Lord.
mean, I
I
mean.
mean, I mean,
Oh yeah, and Akbar,
I mean, brother, Black Power.
Brother Heine at the Black Egyptian, he said that's your spray worked for him.
We knew that.
We know it. He said it worked. He said, where that brother at with that stuff? I said, you need some more? He said, yeah, hell yeah, it worked. I said, I know.
So, so we
It
want
worked for us
put a
too.
plug in for Fraternity. We're putting
Yeah.
a good product out in the Fraternity called the Natural Zapper, and we're
Yeah.
putting out the tea, coffee, tea, or me. Which you go on my website, and you can get coffee, tea, or me, or the Natural Zapper. And that's fraternity.com, SHETERNITY. Again, the letters are SHETERNITY. Go to fraternity.com for the natural zapper, natural coffee, and natural tea, and you'll get all the explanations on the website. And hope that everybody will enjoy those products as well. Thanks for the reminder, Queen and Singer. Black
All
Power,
right.
Black Power.
Black Power. He said, stop by and bring him some more. Okay.
And and before we close out, don't forget our political prisoners. They have been left behind for far too long and they need to be free. So, along with these earthquakes, hurricanes, and tornadoes, uh, if you free our political prisoners, maybe you won't have to pay such a high price. But until you do right by the children of the Most High, you're going to have to face this karmic justice, and it ain't going to stop until you do right by us.
That's right. Black Power. Until you do
Black
right by
power.
us,
Love y'all.
everything you do gonna fail.
Thank you. The wrong you do will come back to you sometime 8, 9, 10, 20, 100-fold. And I pray that God don't let up until you decide you're going to do right by the children of the Most High. Because it's
That's
way in hell overdue.
wham out, God. That's true.
Get him,
All
God. Get him,
power to
God.
the
Get him, God. Get him. God's going to get you.
people. All right. So we're gonna end this show and thank you all for coming. I'm gonna check on my people because I'm getting worried now. Okay. All power
Keep
to
us
the
posted.
people.
Love y'all.
Love
Love you, and
y'all
all
too.
power to be all power to the people. Black Power.
All power to the people. Let's get some kind of music going. That's it. All right. All power to the people.